This is Quiz 4 Video Demo Step 5. In this step, we will switch gears and focus our area of study on the southeast portion of Washington State using just the four most southerly and easterly counties. Exporting a shapefile of just four southeast counties, clipping toxic waste to just the four-county area. In this step in the demonstration, we will activate the spatial join data frame, and I will demonstrate four methods of determining the names of and selecting the four southeast counties. A new data frame will be created for some skills practice. In the first method, we could select the southeasterly counties by attributes if we knew the names of them. So let's pull up the attribute table. And just looking at the names, I could choose whichever counties were in the southeastern portion down here. Let me move this out of the way. That's not very helpful if you don't know the names of the counties. One way to learn the name of the counties is to click on the info button and then click on the county, and a pop-up shows, and this is Whitman. So I can close Whitman and scroll to Whitman. They're not alphabetized at this point, so I should sort ascending, and then Whitman would be at the bottom. I now have Whitman selected. Another way to select is by just clicking on the counties. So I will deselect or clear my selection and choose select features. And in this case, I can choose, let's start with a rectangle. I can just simply click on the county that I want. I've clicked on Whitman and it shows up, 1 of 39 selected. If I click on a different county, in this case Columbia, another one of the four in the southeast portion, I lose Whitman. So the best way to do it would be to click Control and Shift, and then the other counties to select all of them. Another method, let me clear my selection, is simply to draw a rectangle over the four counties, and now I have all four counties selected. There are other ways to select items from your layer, but you could write a formula to select them. You could show the labels of all the counties, and to make them more easily selected if you were going off of names rather than visually. In this case, we could go off visually, and I could just draw the box around the counties or within the counties so that they're selected. I now have 4 of the 39 counties selected. Before I export these counties and put them in our new data frame, I would like to show you how to create that formula. I could select by attributes, and using this, I could select from county toxic join where, and we could call it, let's look at the name of the county. The county is in the name column, where name equals, and I could type the name of the county. I could choose unique values, or I could just type Whitman, etc. And we'll learn more about writing these types of formulas later in the class. For now, let's get back to my 4 counties. I would like to create a new shapefile or feature class of just these 4 counties. If I were to export here, I would end up with a table. Notice how it says export this table to a new table. That's an important key right there. Let me move this up to make sure that's visible. If I choose export from a table, it will say exports the table to a new table. That's not what I want. I want a shapefile. I can close the attribute table, right click on county toxic join, and export the data. I'll choose data, export data, I'm going to export now only the selected features, ensure that it's going to my data K4, and name it what I listed in the directions. That name is Southeast Counties, or SE Counties. The dot shape is at the end, so it will show up in this spatial join data frame, which is okay. I can very easily remove it. Actually, it asked me if I wanted to add it as a layer. So for right now, I'm going to say no. I'm going to deselect my counties because it's not good to have things selected when you don't need them to be. So I'll choose clear selected features. And now it's time to create a new data frame. We'll be working in a new data frame for the rest of this exercise. Insert data frame, change the name to SOUTH, East WA. From here, I can add my Southeast counties, clear, and toxic waste again, going back to the original toxic waste. We notice that toxic waste extends beyond our area of interest, being the Southeast counties. What tool should we use to fix toxic waste so that we do not see toxic waste sites beyond our area of interest? The 4 southern easterly counties. Be sure to write down the name of the tool that we should use. I'm going to stop the video at the end of this as soon as I get done creating my toxic waste for the southeast portion of the county. Go to geoprocessing, choose my input features, choose my cookie cutter, give it a new name, Toxic Sites SE, click OK, and notice it's still coming, close, it's still coming from the same data K4, wrong one we're on, here it is, data K4. I'm going to remove the old toxic waste so there's no confusion, and I've now clipped and I have created a new data set based off of the old data set being all Washington counties. I'm going to zoom to the full extent, and notice how even though my area of focus is selected, Southeast counties, it still goes to the extent of toxic waste. To prevent that, I can remove toxic waste and then zoom to the full extent, and now it is looking at exactly what I had intended. And there's really no point to this analysis, it was just for practice, and we've completed it. I'm going to save my map as step 5 into my maps of K4. And that concludes step 5 of Quiz 4, Environmental Justice.